Hey, what is up, you sexy beasts? GhostSickness Tristan here, and I'm bringing you guys a story, kind of a commentary, just thing about me talking about my douchebag phase and when I used to be kind of an asshole. But right before I get into it, I just want to give a quick shout out to Crep HD for making me on YouTube and Twitch layouts, and also Serbius Gaming YouTube for making my YouTube for Mr. Ghostly Beast. That's my music channel, my second channel that I promote music on. Link in the description below if you guys want to follow those. Quickly, because they didn't want payment, they wanted shoutouts, so I'm gonna do that for them because they did something for me. So anyway, I'm gonna move right into talking about being kind of a douchebag, and this happened in the 8th grade when I was, 13, 14, and these are horrible years, you guys. I came out of 7th grade, I came out, guys, I'm gay. No, in the 7th grade, that was when I was good with women. That's when I did a lot of new stuff at 13, and then kind of that 13, 14 transition over, and that's actually the year I made my YouTube channel, ironically, 8th grade and whatnot. So anyway, this phase in my life was a very sexually abusive phase on my half, and it was very bad, and I do not support it or condone it for any of you guys. So basically, my friends and I would just smack and grab ass all year long. We did it over a bunch of occasions all year long. Very horrible stuff, and not like with girls we're dating, not like with whatever, but these were just not exactly random girls, but girls that we thought were hot, and we just decided to do this. Now, no, we didn't end up getting in trouble, but I'm going to get right into that. So it's not exactly one story, it's just a lot of little stories, and I just wanted to talk about this and reflect on it, and hope you guys can learn from my mistakes. So the first girl, we're not going to give her name, but the first girl, she would ride our bus. Not in that way, trust me, I tried to ride her bus, but it didn't exactly work that way. She wanted to me to ride her bus for a little bit, but then it kind of faded away. So anyway, so 8th grade, this girl was in 7th grade, and she would ride our bus, and she would get off a few stops before we would. So some of the time when she would do that, my friend and I would both just whack as she was going down the fucking aisle. I do not support this phase of my life. I'll get into the reflection period later. I'm just gonna tell you guys what happened. So yeah. Anyway, we would just smack her ass, and I ended up doing like a fuss road off. I didn't actually say fuss road off, but I smacked it really hard. And and she told me that it hurt when she got home, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's still fucking awesome. So anyway, I did that, and to her, and then I would also give her hugs and then go down and grab, and then my friend would also do the same things, but it was funny. So I'll call my friend Bob in this story. I know who he is, but you guys don't know who he is, but he will go by Bob in the story. So anyway, there was another girl, and I was with a different friend of mine, and we had this like a study hall class together, and every time we'd leave that study hall class, him and I would like team up, and it was this like really creepy, really awesome thing at the same time. She was single, and these girls were single at the time. I'm pretty sure most of them were. Anyway, so him and I would like follow behind her. It's like, all right, I get right cheek today, you get left cheek today. It was really creepy shit, and really awesome at the same time. And then we would just, do that. We'd either grab or smack at like the same time. We'd look over at each other, kind of walk by her, and she knew. She eventually just kind of caught on, because this was a very repeated thing, you guys. This went on for months, not always like every day or whatever, but it was pretty fucking often. And kind of throughout the year. I don't exactly know when it started or who it exactly started with, but we know it happened, and yeah. So anyway, there's this other short story, and we do that to her, and it was horrible, but she, we kept asking her, and she apparently didn't mind. I don't know if the first girl really minded that much, but I don't know. They didn't exactly say they didn't mind, and I would keep, I'd ask them or whatever. And the third girl, I ended up asking her, I'm like, how would you feel if I, slapped or grabbed your ass someday? She's like, wouldn't really care, it happens. And I'm just like, okay, awesome. So after school one day, we kind of knew her routine. This is so fucking creepy. Coming out and saying it. But anyway, so she was about to leave the school, and my friends and I were at the top floor, because we had a second story school at the time. This was middle school. We're in 8th grade, top of the fucking thing, and all these girls were 7th graders except for the last two I'm gonna mention. So anyway, we were waiting there. We were all kind of gathered around because I told them, and we had hyped this up because there's this really hot girl, and that I was going to smack or grab her ass that day. And they're like, oh yeah. So they were there, they were all watching me, And as she's leaving, I kind of go up to her, and they're just kind of standing back by the lockers. And I kind of awkwardly approach her, don't even say anything, and just kind of grab her ass. And it was pretty great, but she was wearing jeans, so it wasn't like the best. But anyway, I did that, and you know, she kind of gave me this weird look, but continued, and then she started walking with some guy, and nothing bad exactly happened. Now, it's not a good thing, I don't condone this, but that's just what happened. And so that was only a one-time thing with the third girl. And moving on to the fourth girl. So this girl, my friend and I were leaving lunch one time, and he's like, all right, well, if I smack her ass, it's so horrible. It's so horrible, right? So I was closer to this girl than my friend was, but my friend Bob decided to smack her ass. And so he does that, right? And she turns around, kind of glares at me, and then puts her binder over her ass and continues walking to class, right? So she totally thought, and I still think she does to this day, that I was the one who did it, not my friend. She didn't say anything, but she's like, ah, you know, and like put her fucking binder behind her ass. And I was like, well, now I really think she thinks I did it. Now, I wouldn't do that to her, because she was in our grade, and she was cool, and, you know, I respected her or whatever. Oh, God, no, it sounds horrible. It sounds horrible. I'm sorry. This is not a girl that I would find that's a very good idea to do. So, yeah. Now, moving on to the very last thing. So, this involves my friend Bob and all of my friends and everything. So, we were at the 8th grade school dance. And this was like the last, or kind of the party thing. The 8th grade to celebrate. Oh, my God, you're done with 8th grade, blah, blah, blah. So, all the 8th graders were there. Several hundred 8th graders. And we're all there kind of dancing, having a great time, taking pictures. It was a really, really fun night, actually. And then later, people are kind of dancing and grinding in the center, right? All these popular people. We were just kind of chilling around. There's food and fun stuff to do. So, and this is inside the cafeteria. And they've got lights and they've everything. So, there's a bunch of people dancing. And on the outside of this dancing, groping orgy circle, there's this girl. She's just standing there. She's dancing with her friends, kind of, and she's a popular girl that my friend has done very, very bad things to. And I'm talking about Bob this time. He's done very, very bad things, and this girl has probably for a long time had a lot of resentment and hate towards my friend, but it doesn't really matter because she seems cool with him now. So anyway, what he did was we all kind of hyped this up. He's like, all right, if you guys give me like $10 or whatever, I will go up and I will smack her ass. And so we're like, oh my God, bro, this girl's preppy, whatever. This sounds like a fucking great idea. This is going to be awesome. And so some of my friends actually agreed to pay him. I didn't, but I think he ended up making $10 or $15 from this. And it was really, really funny. So he was super worried, right? He wanted someone to go with him up to her because apparently he was super nervous. Like, I thought that was weird because he had done this before. It wasn't anything new, right? He smacked girls' asses and he had no shame for it. No shame at all. But he was really worried about going up to this girl. And so we're like, all right, bro. All right, one of my friends will go with you. And so they kind of awkwardly approach and then they come back away and awkwardly approach. And this happened a few times. And then they go up to her, right? He's with one of my friends kind of standing close by, turned around, not really looking. But in order to get the money, right, the catch was he had to do it, wait till she turned around and say, hey, and then that would have been it, right? So he does that. She turns around, glares at him, and he's like, hey, and she just glares and turns back around, kind of goes towards the center just to keep dancing. And that was the worst of the worst, the funniest of the funniest end of this kind of ass rain, I want to call it, because this was a very, very bad stage in my life. I don't really know exactly why I did this. I was kind of just like in that fuck it mood, where you really don't care about anything. Now, we never got in trouble for any of this. We never got, you know, they never told people, or I don't know who they told, but they never really like told the school or the office or whatever. Sometimes we were worried about it, but other times not so much. I mean, with certain girls, we just knew they were kind of like, I want to say cool with it, but I don't want to say cool with it. It's, you know, this is a horrible, horrible thing. Now, I wanted to reflect on this. I wanted to say that bad, Tristan, bad on you, bro. Bad for disrespecting women and doing this to women all the time in 8th grade. And that's not exactly cool. And it's not a period in my life that I look back and I'm like, well, I kind of am like, yeah. But at the same time, that's not cool. It's not good to be that disrespectful towards women. It's not good to just grope women when they don't want it, or I don't know. I mean, if they're into that kind of thing, if they do want it, then that's whatever. But I'm really glad that none of these women exactly No, I'm not even gonna say it. But I just wanted to talk about this and reflect to this and show you guys and ask you guys if you have ever done something similar, had a similar phase, been a douchebag in this aspect, because I know I have and some of my friends were as well. We were very, very horrible in the 8th grade, and it obviously all this stopped, you know, freshman year and stuff like that. And I was very, very good to my girlfriend freshman year and all this good stuff. But during this 8th grade year, I'm like, wow, that is something I never want to do again. I ended up apologizing to the girls. Most of them anyway. My friend didn't. I don't think Bob had any resentment towards these, or any any regret, right? No shame, no regret for any of this stuff. And I don't, man, I don't know. I kind of regret it, but I learned from it as well. So that's something. So it's a mistake, but I ended up learning from it, but I committed it quite a few times. So really, if you guys enjoy this story, commentary, kind of just topic, I love being able to talk to you guys, and I miss talking to you guys because you're the best, all right? You guys are the best, and I love you all. Thank you so much for the support lately. Don't forget to smack that like button and subscribe. Basically, I think that's it. I was just a very, very bad person in the 8th grade, and I smacked and grabbed a lot of ass that year. I do not support or condone this, except for if she's like your girlfriend or whatever and she's cool with it, then I am 100% down, because it's a wonderful thing, guys. Have a great day, and remember the fact that I love ass and you guys. Bye.